Yeah, guys, to come with me to Port Royal. I'm going in a little, enjoyment mood. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm bringing you guys with me. Come along and enjoy Port Royal, Jamaica.
Jamaican flag I've seen in my life. Take a good picture of it. NMIA. Got it?
Yeah.
We're going to the airport today. We're going to the left.
We're taking the left.
I didn't know what the left. Let's go down there and come back up, you know.
Go down to the airport?
Yeah, come back up. Yeah, so since you're doing your thing.
Yeah, so we're flying out to Mexico. You want to say hello to my vlog?
Hello. Yeah, we're out here in Port Royal.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh my god, don't you? We got tickets to go in.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one also.
Yeah. Oh god, if you're Jamaicans, you have to pay $1,500. If you're not Jamaican, it's $2,000. Alright, watch your steps. Here are the cuts going.
You mean how dark it is?
Yes, inside is a bit dark because in this room now, it was once used to store gunpowder in it, cannonballs and muskets. So we are looking at 155-gallon barrels. The gunpowder now were kept in these barrels because the larger ones, they were too heavy to lift. So which they use a smaller barrels, and these are replicas due to the fort as being refurbished today, right? Replicas. And these are crates that are kept here. But these are the replicas. I'll show you the original one when we go around the fort, right?
Okay.
The original cannonball is very heavy. The weight of one is 30 pounds in from iron, right? So when it hit one of those ships out at sea, it bore holes and the water get in and sink the ships out at sea. Because it was wooden ships in those days, right? Wooden ships. Alright, so I'll show you. The musket guns are kept in these and on those rocks, yeah. But they took them to a safe place. They don't really keep them here at the magazine room.
So they
You know,
left them.
those are the original powder magazine room was destroyed by the earthquake of 1692. So they put this one in place. Alright, so that skull could represent one of the pirate skull. They were like Jack Sparrow. Heard of Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
He was a part of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes. Alright, this map
The
is
same
showing
one
you.
with three-finger jack. About three-finger jack, like that at some place out in St. Thomas.
St. Thomas before and after the 1692 earthquake, right? So you drove all the way around here, and there's a roundabout that you pass, and then you drove onto the Palisadoes Road. So we are at the fort. This is where we are at Fort Charles now, right? Yes, because in this Palisadoes Road that you drove on to get to Fort Charles, where we are, was naturally formed, naturally that road. You know what happened?
The harbour.
Yes,
Natural harbour.
right. Port Royal was an island before. It was not connected to Kingston. So it's after now that 1692 earthquake, Port Royal got connected. So we are now joined to Kingston. We are now Kingston 1. So Port Royal was an island surrounded by water, separately and apart. It was not.
The only way to
It
get
was
to Port
not
Royal was by
attached
ship.
to the mainland.
Yeah, it was by ship.
Ah, by ships or boats. He's right. That's the only way to get to Port Royal. Back then in those days was by ships or boats. That's right. So we are now at the post commander's quarters, and the post commander, he was the person that was in charge of this fort, and he lives a most comfortable life here at Fort Charles than the enlisted soldiers. So instead of being bound in the crowded barracks like with dozens of other men, the post commander wished he was afforded his own private room. So his room now consists of a bed that he slept on, a side table which is liquor, and his lamp is at the window. Because back then, there was no electricity in those days, so they usually use oil lamps. We are looking at his wardrobe, which is the original wardrobe from the 1700s, and that's made from mahogany. Right? So the original, original. All his personal belongings were kept into his wardrobe. You are looking at his treasure chest now, where you have that skull and that photograph is on. So that skull, that's a replica, right? And that could represent one of the pirate skull. They were like in memorial. And the quartermasters is where the senior soldiers slept here. So these are
memorabilia shop.
these are where the officers usually slept on. These wooden double bunk bed replicas. They are similar to the original, and usually it will be two men that slept on a bunk, two on top, two below, 2, 4, 6, 8 men, because they were very short men back then. They were short, small and short. Alright, so we are looking at the 2nd West Indian Regiment from the 1800s, 1807. There were also free and enslaved black soldiers. So those are when they're into the military regiment bands, that's how they dress, that's their uniform. Will be sold valuable slaves, right? Slaves, so they are packed up on the ship coming from Africa to the Caribbean, right? Yeah, from Africa to Jamaica. and they are so packed up, very close in one little space. Look there. You have the upper deck, the lower deck, women, boys, and men. So eventually now they does everything on the ship. They eat, they defecate, they urinate, it does everything there. So most of them die. Some even got thrown into the sea. They also died from diseases that break out. But like the stronger ones, they survive. Alright, this one is showing you all the solar Negroes. This is an advertisement advertising all the solar Negroes. So to be sold, a cargo of 94 prime Elto Negroes, consisting of 39 men, 15 boys, 24 women, and 16 girls, just arrived from Sierra Leone. So this is an advertisement advertising all the solar Negroes. And this one is showing when they are board on the slave ship or they are treated as slaves. Look how they chain their feet, chain ankle shackles, you see it? And his hands chained. You have the slave master, you have the whip over here, you have men, boys, and girls. 25th of March 1807, from May the 1st, 1807, the slave trade finally be abolished. There were African slave trades. Done to those buildings, which is in Kingston. So this one is on Arbor Street, and that's on King Street downtown, right? These are replicas. Remember, the barrels of gunpowder were kept in those barrels, right? Yeah. Barbados, Grenada, Tobago, Trinidad, and the Greater Antilles.
Lady Chan, so you done a Port Royal flag over here.
Port Royal flag. We have pirates flag. We have a Port Royal flag. Yeah. Pirates. All right, these are female pirates. This one is Anne Bonny and Mary Read. So Anne Bonny and Mary Read, they were both captured among Calico Junk Rockham crew in 1720. So they claims to be pregnant in order to avoid execution. There were no reliable historical records of Anne Bonny's fate. Mary Read just died in her cell from a fever in April 1721, and Anne Bonny, she has escaped from the jail, right? She escaped, so no one found her, right? No one knew where she went. And this is Calico Jock Rockham, Jack Sporres' right name is John Rockham. So this is a photograph of Henry Morgan. Henry Morgan, one of the most famous buccaneers. He was a privateer, and then he was also knighted Lieutenant Governor of Jamaica. So he moves on from a privateer, then he becomes governor, right? There were 22 parishes before. Port Royal was also a parish, and there are now 14 parishes.
Okay.
Port Royal.
Roger. Pearland flag. We have Blackbeard Edward Teach, one of the most notorious pirates. So he stabbed in the heart, the blood flows, and that's Henry Every flag. Henry Every behind the door. Quick. So they usually transport the artilleries to the greenhouse. Yeah. Ships are kind of steep.
And we get old.
Yeah, right. I am the oldest. Yeah. So this is the soldiers' barracks. So this is where they slept and relaxed when they were not on duty. So we are looking at some wooden double bunk beds. And these are replicas. Usually it will be 2 men that slept on a bunk. So it will be 2 on top, 2 below, 16 men in all. And they were very short men back then. So these benches and tables, this is where we would find the men socializing, relaxing, playing games. They could only have a glass of rum here when they were not on duty. They were not allowed to eat here in their barracks, so they ate on the mess deck where those cut stones are, where the table is with the map that I took you.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so this was the courtyard. This was where the soldiers would get executed if they did not behave. Because of the breeze, I had to voice over. So in those little cells, those there were the place that they keep food at that time. And this little area right here, not past the door, just that little area was the cell. So they would close them up in that little small area, pack them up like sardines. Me drop your foot, you know.
Hello.
Used to once.
Man, you drop your foot.
Not to use
See,
to
use one
once.
and lift it up there.
Not to use to.
Yes, sir.
You use one hand. You use one and lift it up. You not try to lift it up, miss.
No, my head just come from.
Finger, you are trying.
Lift it. Lift it.
Then thank you cleaning on.
Okay guys, so right here where she's showing it was all covered with the sea. So this was the largest cannon gun. It fires to up to 6 miles, I think she said. And about 10 to 15 men would normally work this one. The other one is like 4 or 5 men. So this was where they would load the gun. Okay, so that was the end of the tour. We got hungry and tired. The sun was hot, so we said that, you know, we'll swing by Glorious to get something to eat. Same place in Port Royal. Guys, one piece of pasta. I'ma say me ready up now, just sit down, get a menu and say, right, boom, ready for order. When we take a start, people them not have no chicken. Can you believe it? But the view was nice, the breeze was breezing. Yeah, so see there, no chicken. So you know, we say we're gonna go somewhere else, go get something to eat, cause boy. Then Bopo end up downtown Kingston. If you don't know downtown Kingston, it is a view of waterfront. So a lot of restaurants are down there. Right here we're trying to get somewhere to park. Yeah, but we went to Ribbiz, guys. Yeah, so if you don't hear back from me in the rest of the video, thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, turn on that post notification bell to be a part of the family. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see more vlogs. Bye guys, see you all. Yeah, so this is me sitting waiting on my food at the beach side. Very nice. What does it add up?
It's pork.
Oh, pork chops
Yeah.
and rice.